Exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics, and by Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford, the official hospital partner of MTSU Athletics. Now, here is your host, the voice of the Blue Raiders, Chip Walters.
Mike's up.
Welcome in to the Boulevard tonight here at the corner of East Main and Middle Tennessee Boulevard for Nick McDevitt Live. Glad to have you with us, and what a weekend it was on campus and up and down the interstates. And Saturday was one of those days that you always want to remember, as Middle Tennessee teams went 7-0 on Saturday. That included a sweep of the red team in basketball. Baseball got a come-from-behind win
over another red team.
I think if you have Miami on your jersey and come out there against the Blue Raiders, you're just going to get whipped. And that's what happened that day. And also softball got 2 wins, so it was just a really good day. And, you know, the nightcap ended with some high blood pressure and a lot of excitement, but a Blue Raider victory, 74-72, in almost an instant classic between Middle Tennessee and Western. That was the 146th meeting between Middle and Western, and it'll go down as, I think, one of the top 10, at least in Blue Raider fans' eyes.
Man, that was a good one. I thought our team played tough, played hard, played good. I thought they played tough, played hard, played good. We got off to a good start. Obviously, it's senior night. Jalen Jordan got us off to a good start, making the first basket of the game. The first probably 8, 9, 10 minutes, I thought we were the aggressor, the tougher team, and that was the reason why we got out to a good lead. We were up at one of the medias, I believe it's 17-10, maybe 18-10, and we were telling our team, you know, we're off to this good start, but we're out rebounding them right now 13-7. And over the last 10 minutes of the first half, they took the upper hand, and they started becoming the aggressor, the tougher team, more physical. And at halftime, the rebounds are pretty even, and so is the score. And I thought in the second half, as opposed to a 10-minute split and a 10-minute split, it was more just kind of throwing haymakers at each other, making shots. You know, we'd miss a shot, they'd make one, they'd miss a couple, we'd make some to push the lead back out. You know, it was just a really good basketball game, and you know, those are the fun ones.
Yep, you ended up on the night, and free throws made a big difference because I don't know if you folks realize this, but Middle did not score a field goal in the last nearly 5 minutes of the ball game, but defense, forcing turnovers, and making key free throws played a huge role in that game.
It did. You know, we didn't make a shot in the last little bit, but on the other end, it did not determine our defensive effort. I think that they were, you know, kind of on a similar drought. They made a big shot, a little runner that cut it to 4, maybe of 72-66, I believe, when McHenry made a little runner to cut it to 4, and it was just kind of one of those games that you're going to have to execute. You know, you're going to have to get a stop. You can't give up a big offensive rebound. You can't turn it over at a critical moment, and both teams, I mean, it came down to the very last play of the game. You know, there's 2 seconds on the clock, and they're trying to execute their full-court play. We're trying to execute late-game defensive situation, not foul. We had drawn up kind of what we thought they might do with that little baseline run, since they could run the baseline after our made free throw, that they might try to run the old screen play to where, you know, in hopes of your guy defending the ball running them over. And right there, you know, all of a sudden you make a mistake and they're going to walk 94 feet and go shoot some free throws. So it came down to the very end.
Well, that was one of those things, you know, as we're in the timeout and stoppage of play, you know, Kyle is going through what he does and talking about different situations. And he said, you know, he goes, I'm pretty sure that they're going to do what they're going to do. He goes, the big thing you've got to worry about on this play is don't foul the pass.
That's right.
Because that's what they're trying to get you to do. But obviously you had Elias King, who has a huge wingspan on the inbounder. You knew you were going to have Jared Coleman-Jones down on the other end with Rodney Howard. And so really you were going to have 3 players against 3 players in the middle of the floor that were going to kind of determine how that play was going to end up.
Well, they also still had a timeout. So what we wanted to not let them do is throw it to half court real quick and call timeout. And now they're able to sideline out of bounds, and now your playbook's kind of open. With they put some time back on the clock. Somehow
it was 1.6 and went up to 2.0.
Well, somehow it only went from 2.4 to 2.0.
Right.
It did go down to 1.6, but somehow the action before that took about a half a second. Once they put that back on there, you throw it to half court, and if you're able to get a quick timeout, that's what we also wanted to safeguard against, was don't let them throw it to half and call timeout so they can run a sideline out of bounds play for the win, but also don't let them throw it in the paint. Them only needing 2 and having somebody like Rodney Howard at 6'11", 260 pounds, you can throw it to the middle of the lane, and now all of a sudden he gets the ball right there, 4, 5, 10 feet from the basket, and you got a chance to tie the game. So that was what we were talking about. We knew we wanted somebody on the ball. We knew we didn't want it to get to the rim and safeguard against half court.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that happened in those final moments. And, in the thing that I hope does not get lost in that is, if I'm correct here, you guys made 2 steals late in the ball game or forced turnovers late in the ball game that ended up with the ball in your hands.
Ended up with the ball in our hands. It's those 50-50 plays. You were talking about not fouling on the very end or at the very end. That was the other part we were talking about, is don't go slapping at the ball from behind. If you can get it, you've got to go grab it, because the last thing you want to do is see one of their guys going up to grab it and you're going to slap it, and now all of a sudden you get called for a foul and they're at the free throw line with a chance to tie the game. And so those kind of late game execution plays it's the difference here in a couple of weeks in advancing and playing tomorrow, or your season's over.
Yeah.
And looking at how scores are going and how some of our games, we've had double overtime game, a 2-point game the other night. They're all close, and so you've got those little margins are slim in our league. So.
Even the game at Jacksonville, we talked about, it was kind of like a caterpillar.
Yeah,
it was, they'd spread it out, you'd get it tight, they'd spread it back out. But you're trying to get over that hump and catch them. They did a good job defending their home floor in what was also a very good game.
It was really good game, a 2-possession game. We had a chance after a missed free throw. We get an offensive rebound, so we've got it baseline out of bounds, and had 2 good looks at threes that would have cut it to 3. With about one of them was with about 40 seconds left. The other was about 47, 48 seconds left. Either one of those go in, and you're talking about a 1-possession game. You're down 3 with less than a minute to go.
And that's what conference basketball is all across the country. It doesn't matter what league you're in, and that's just the way it is. But we'll get to that game in a little bit later. But obviously, here we're talking about the last 20 seconds of the game against Western Kentucky that took about 20 minutes to play, with everybody moving the chess pieces around and all of that. Obviously, there's the play at the end, the jump ball play, and it happened as close from me to Lauren right here, or closer actually, and I can't tell you what all happened on that, because there was, I know Justin Buford, he's going to be here tonight. We'll talk to him about it a little bit. But he was there and had his arms, he was around the basketball, and there were hands going everywhere. And again, it ended up being a jump ball. So when did hands touch? It was just, it's one of those things where an official has to do the best job they can with what they've got in front of them. And there was a lot of stuff going on in front of Steve Devine right at that moment. Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff going on that whole game, So, yeah, it was down to the very end. There's 2 seconds left. 2 guys are diving after the ball on the floor, and that's what you're going to get when you're playing close games, particularly rivalry, senior night. A lot of stuff going on.
I want to talk about one more situation before we take the break, and then we'll kind of talk about individuals and their play in that ball game in the next segment. But you get the foul. Jared goes to the free throw line. You're up 1.
Yep.
And he misses the first one. Was there ever a thought with 2 seconds to intentionally miss the second? Or if you had made the first, would there have been a thought to intentionally miss it so they would have to do something 94 feet in 2 seconds instead of being able to have a spot throw in.
Had they not had timeouts,
okay,
that would have changed the scenario.
Okay.
But because they still had timeouts, then if he missed the first, had he missed the second intentionally, and they had called timeout,
they would have got the ball at half court anyway.
Well, we don't advance it.
Oh, that's right.
But now we're only up 1. And so now the full court play, the home run play gets you beat.
That's right.
So we definitely didn't want to get to a spot where we're only up 1 and they're able to draw something up to beat you. Now there's you foul, and now they go to the free throw line and they can beat you. They can throw it right to the rim and lay it in. So once we knew looking at the scenario, the game situation, knowing they had timeouts, we did not want to intentionally miss.
In the game, overall, just an interesting stat, 59 total free throws taken in the game. Middle took 30, Western took 29. They hit 23 for 79.3%. They shot them well. Middle shoots its average for the year at 67%. As you hit 20 out of 30, and you hit crucial ones. And what is the number? I think it's 5 out of the last 7 or 8 games that you've shot as a team above 80% from the free throw line. You've gotten better as the year has gone along, and that's what you want to do.
Yeah, we've gotten better at
a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things, and that's been one of them. We've started to get fouled more, and we've made more when we're a better percentage when we are getting fouled. Jared's playing physical at the basket. Our guys are now driving the ball at appropriate times more than we were earlier in the season. So we are getting fouled and fouled more and making more. And, you start to see our total points starting to tick up. Our offensive flow and rhythm has been a lot better, but some of that is due to being able to get fouled and make them. And it doesn't hurt when I believe he's second on our team, but it doesn't hurt when your center is your second best percentage free throw shooter.
Yep, and in conference play, he may be your leading assist. He's one of your leading assist guys too.
Yeah, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot.
Yeah.
He's playing well. He's a good passer out of the post. Because of his size and good hands, he's able to finish around the basket, get fouled, but also he's able to kick it out for easier shots for some of our perimeter players, as opposed to them having to create for themselves off the bounce. A catch and shoot 3 is a lot easier to make than one's off the bounce, and so we're going to continue to play through him.
We'll talk about some of those outstanding performances against Western Kentucky in the next segment. Nick McDevitt Live brought to you in part by First Vision Bank. Accomplish your vision for personal or business finances with First Vision Bank. With dedicated banking professionals, products to fit your goals, and advanced financial management tools. Your vision is their mission. FVB.bank, FDIC, equal housing lender. Back to the Boulevard after this on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Claire.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Put Lee Company on your team to keep you and your family warm this season. Their expert technicians can perform a 22-point inspection and tune-up to ensure your HVAC system is good no matter how cold it gets. Their expert technicians can perform a 22-point inspection and tune-up to ensure your HVAC system is good to go no matter how cold it gets. And while you're at it, ask them how to get endless hot water by installing an energy-efficient tankless water heater. Schedule your appointment today at leecompany.com or give them a call at 615-867-1000. Lee Company, all you need.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life.
Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach McDevitt, and I want to talk some trash. No, not about the game. I want to talk about the litter problem on our roadways. Did you know that the Tennessee Department of Transportation spends over $23 million every year just to pick up litter? There's over 100 million pieces of litter on our roadways at any given time, making our state unsightly and unsafe. Litter harms our highways, waterways, even our wildlife. So let's do something about it. Don't litter, remind others not to, and report littering when you see it. We can beat litter, but only if we're all on the same team. Join the movement today. Visit NobodyTrashesTennessee.com and go Blue Raiders.
Oh, beautiful Gold Rush with your sparkling top prize. You surely are a sight for sore eyes. And jackpot slots with your chance of $75,000 winners. Oh, how I'd take you for a candlelight dinner.
Sounds like people are really loving the new February instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. Play today for your chance to win up to $5 million, only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mic's up.
Welcome back into the Boulevard. Tonight's show brought to you in part by the Lee Company. Get ahead of the game with the best home services team in town for your heating and air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and home improvement needs. Lee Company, the team to call at 615-867-1000 or online at leecompany.com. A lot of people were part of a great victory. We talked about Jared Coleman-Jones, but 20 points, 11 rebounds, and I think his sixth double-double. Is that right?
I don't know.
I think it is his sixth double-double basically since Christmas. And when he's doing that and distributing the basketball, you're getting the inside-out looks, and he is still able to step up and he hit a couple of big threes the other night. And I mean, that's when your offense is at its best.
For sure. You know, anytime you can have a post player that can not only score and pass around the basket, but also has the ability to make shots himself, it really just spreads out the other team's defense. You know, the other team's center, particularly when they're shot blockers. Sometimes you're a little more reluctant to play downhill as a guard or drive it all the time when you know that there's a big shot blocker at the rim. Well, when that guy has to come out and defend our post players towards the top of the key, and Chris and Jared, it makes us harder to defend. Yep. And you know, right now we don't want him to be a guy that is taking 7 and 8 and 9 threes a night. But right now, Jared, at least statistically, he is our best three-point shooter. He's 16 for 33 on the season, shooting 48% from three.
And they've got to honor that.
And those are kind of the right ones. Once you've made enough, then now the other team knows that whether it's 38 or 48, you know, 48's really good. You know, anytime you've got a good-looking shot and the numbers say that you can make them, you've at least got to respect his ability to make those shots. And now some of those driving lanes become that much more open because players like Rodney Howard and Boubacar Faye have to be out there with Jared.
Yeah.
And he made some big ones the other night. You're right. He was 3 for 4. The tough one that he took was the one that he missed.
Yeah.
The ones that right now that he's taking at the right time and in rhythm, he's making them pretty consistently.
You know, a week ago we were talking about Justin Porter scoring 41 points on 16 shots. Everybody knows who JP is right now, and he is getting extra attention defensively, especially at Jacksonville State, but still 19 points, 4 rebounds, and really hit some big shots in the second half against Western.
Well, right now those two young men are playing at a very good level. They're doing it consistently, and kind of that next person has there's been a third guy pretty much consistently. You know, whether it's Elias King, which happens often, but Justin Buford, Trey Green has shown the ability, got 18 out at New Mexico State, had 12. I don't remember who it was, but it fairly recently had 12 in a game. Jacob Johnson, you know what you're going to get from him each and every night. Jalen Jordan had a big one up at Western Kentucky. Mm-hmm. So when you've got 2 or 3 guys that you can count on their offensive productivity, and they've always got a wingman, so to say. There's always a third and a fourth. Then you don't see, 52 this night and 85 the next night and 52 the next night and 85 the next night. You kind of settle into knowing what you're going to get. Yeah, Elias brought a really nice offensive punch in the second half, scoring 12 points in the second half. And, and he's probably the most – he rides the emotional roller coaster. I mean, it really gets him going, and the crowd got him going the other night. He hit some big shots in the second half, and he was that third guy from an offensive punch standpoint that really gave you something. Yeah, and you could kind of see there in the first half, and we talked to our team about this. It's a rivalry game, and emotions are going to be high. The other part is it's senior night, and when it just feels different. When particularly for Elias, you're one of the leading scorers. You're wanting to perform well. You're a shooter. You want to go out there and score 30 points and throw it in the bucket all night long. And when you're trying to do that, it doesn't go well. And that's why you see some guys that really struggle on that night. They're emotional because they know this is going to be one of the last times I play here and with my brothers. I need to score. This is a rivalry game. They beat us the last time. We want to beat them this time. And there for a while, you could just see it look like he had a refrigerator on his back. And then once he got a big driving layup there in the second half, got a couple other big baskets, made that three right in front of our bench in the deep corner. You could just see that he just started to breathe and relax a little bit and play like he can. Yep, and it was something else coming down the stretch. We'll take a quick break. Be back with Coach McDevitt. More here from the Boulevard on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
You buy something because you found it at a low price, and soon you realize it's no bargain because you really needed something better. It happens all the time, especially with car insurance. But the good news is you can get the right coverage at the right price. Just talk to me, State Farm Agent Bud Morris. I'll help you get the right coverage at a price that's right for you. Call me at 893-1417 today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Bud Morris, providing insurance and financial services.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and makes the competition speechless. Greatness starts here with a built Ford Tough F-150 at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Blue Raider fans, with more local brews than ever before, you are sure to find a local favorite this season in the Blue Raider Beer Garden.
What's that to do in Huntsville, Texas?
At the Blue Raider Beer Garden and try our selection of brews from Cedar Glade Brews, Mayday Brewery, or Life is Brewing. All available for your tasting pleasure in the Blue Raider Beer Garden above Section D in the Murphy Center. Thank you, Cedar Glade Brews, Mayday Brewery, and Life is Brewing for your support of MTSU Athletics. MT Dining is eating made easy. With more than 19 dining locations, you will never run out of variety on campus. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Subway, or Starbucks, we've got the brands you love right here. Need a quick snack or Scantron? Stop by one of the 6 pods on campus and try out MT Dining's new Farm to Fork experience. Farmers Market, now open, located in the Student Union. Visit mtdining.com for more information or visit our office in the Keithley University Center, room 202.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike's up.
Welcome back into the Boulevard for Nick McDevitt Live. A couple other performances I wanted to talk about, Coach, and one of those will be two guys on the team. We talked about Justin Buford, and you and I were sitting here during Coach Ensel's show, and I said there was something about JB who always brings it every night anyway, but he found a new gear. And I heard Nick Vattiato talking about this back in preseason, either this past season or season before, and he was talking to the guys in the locker room. He got all the football players. He goes, guys, raise your hands as high as you can raise it. He goes, now raise it a little bit more. He goes, see, you all had a little more than you thought you did. And that was where I thought JB was the other night. He found a new level from a physicality and energy level.
When JB plays like that, he is at his best, and so is our team.
Yeah.
He did find a new gear or a higher gear, but we talked to our players about playing hard and play with an edge. There's a difference. You know, there are guys that do play hard, but when you're playing hard with a purpose, it's purposeful movement, purposeful physicality, not just out there hitting and knocking and banging, but there's smart, intelligent, and purpose to how hard you're playing, and that's what you saw the other night from JB. He had 11 rebounds in 27 minutes. And he was, you could tell towards the end of the first half, he was over there kind of stewing because he was in foul trouble. He picked up his second foul with about 10 minutes to go to halftime. We didn't want to risk him picking up his third early in the game. So, we had talked a lot as a team, but also some specific individuals about the importance, particularly not just that game, but down the stretch, of being a better rebounding team. It's where we can, kind of take another jump as a group. And, man, was he great on the glass.
Yep. Speaking of playing with an edge and a level of physicality, the Red Rocket, Chris Loof, the freshman from Leander, Texas.
Who's in the back.
He will be up here with us in a minute. You look at the box score, and Chris did not score a point. But in 9 minutes, his plus-minus number
+9
was +9. And what the plus-minus number is what does the team do while you're in the game?
That's right. That's all it measures. When you check in and out of the game, what's the score now? What was it when you came in, and what is it when you go out? Looks at it again. What's the score when you check in, and what is it when you go out? He played 9 minutes, and he was +9. And you could watch in the way he was playing. He was playing with an edge as well.
Yep.
3 blocks, 4 if you don't count one of the goaltends. But, hey, I didn't mind it. I thought he set a tone early. Rodney Howard is a very good player.
And he will push you around.
He will push you around, but also, I think Chris was saying, like, you may have a night tonight, but it ain't going to be easy.
Yeah.
You're going to have to work for it. I thought one of the biggest plays of the game was – the block he had on Tegan Moore that the crowd really appreciated too. The crowd was great, by the way.
Yeah.
There was good energy. When he blocked that one, you could hear and feel the energy in the building. But when you go back and watch it on film, right before he's trying to check somebody out on the other side, he thought we were coming up with the ball, so he takes about 2 hard steps like he's going to take off running in offensive transition, realizes they've got the ball and comes back and blocks one off the backboard. Those 2 guys, we're talking about JP and Chris playing with an edge. You obviously you got to score the ball. You got to put it in the basket. I mean, that as a group, as a team.
Yeah.
But the 2 guys, you feel like, man, those guys are just playing with a different sense of purpose and with an edge. Had the best plus-minus of anybody in the team. JB was plus 11.
Yep.
And Chris plus 9.
The other guy that went up to a different level with the edge you're talking about was the old head coach, because 49 and the timeout was. I thought you were going to come over and do your post-game interview early.
Hey, yes, I was excited. We're going into that timeout, and obviously it's a rivalry game. Everybody has been waiting on it for the previous couple of days, and when you're playing your rival, there's just
treat
more,
it like a rival.
You got it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just more emotion and feeling, and it's senior night, but the way our guys were playing, how they were playing together.
That's what had you excited.
Man, I was excited. I really was.
Yep.
I was excited for them, proud of them, happy for them. They are playing hard. They're playing together. We're 4-1 in our last 5, 6-3 in our last 9, and there's just a good feel about this group. And they've kind of there was some struggle, and they're kind of reaping the benefit and the reward of keep pushing, stay together, keep pushing through it. And now all of a sudden, Western's good.
Yeah,
they're good.
very good.
They had won 5 in a row and came in here playing well. And we're 4-1 in our last 5 too.
Yeah.
And we were playing well, and it was a good basketball game. Both teams were playing well, and I was just happy for our guys to see that they were just lost in playing ball together.
That was fun. Certainly was. Raiders win it 74-72 over Western Kentucky, and the Blue Raiders have now won 4 of the last 6 and 17 of the last 26 in the series with the Hilltoppers. We'll take a timeout. Justin Buford and Chris Loof will be my guests when we return after this on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
Hi, this is Coach Nick McDevitt. Ascend Federal Credit Union is the proud sponsor and exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Visit Ascend's branch just off campus at 2316 East Main Street or any of their 3 other Murfreesboro locations. You can also keep track of your accounts and deposit checks on the go with Ascend's mobile app. For a complete list of services, ATMs, and locations, visit ascend.org. Ascend is federally insured by the NCUA.
Can you hear me,
RJ
Chris?
Young is your playbook for
Can you
more
hear
than
me?
just
Okay.
copiers. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems,
something.
business phones, IT
Hello,
services,
hello.
and
Pull
beyond.
that a little closer
We've
to
teamed
you.
up with world-class
Yeah.
partners to save you even
That's
more
good.
through bundling
I'm gonna mute
services,
you for a
and our
second.
dedicated specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the winning strategy. Don't forget our We Make It Right guarantee. Your satisfaction is our slam dunk. Schedule your free consultation now at rjyoung.com/MTSU. The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you
Man,
can
that
be
was fun the
involved and
other night.
informed.
Yeah, it
You
was
can
a big
also
day.
follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and
I love beating
Instagram.
them.
With the Kroger app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce. with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike's up.
Welcome back in to Nick McDevitt Live. Glad to have you with us here tonight at the Boulevard. One more show left. That will be next week. It will be Monday. Don't forget the Liberty game is next Tuesday because that will be the night before the girls' state tournament starts in Murphy Center. So make sure you're there for that. Really happy to have these two guys up here with me. We're going to talk to the elder statesman first. That would be Mr. Justin Buford out of Montgomery, Alabama. JB, how are you? Give him a nice round of applause. You good, my man?
Nah, I'm good. I'm great, especially after the win we got the other night.
Yeah. How much fun is that in the moment to play at the level you were playing while it's happening? Could you soak it in, or did you have to just wait after the fact and take a breath? Just kind of take us through the emotions of a night like that.
The emotions are very high, especially on a night like that, senior night, rivalry game. But you know me, everybody in here see me play. I try to keep my emotions low, try to keep a level head for the team. So, but in the moment, it's so fun. Like, it's like something you can't describe. It's like you're on the moon.
That's why people pay for tickets, because they wish they could do that, and they want to enjoy watching you do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what we try to do.
Like on the moon.
Yeah, on the moon. And we try to, we love when you guys come out and support us. That's all we try to put on the show every night. Like, we try to entertain you guys and just make sure that we just give the best performance.
Yep. Since the last time you were on with this, and you get a return engagement here tonight. So this will be your second time this year. But this team has started trending in a really good way.
Yes, sir.
Here in the last month. And what has been the key to that?
When I first got here, I had a motto, like, just put your head down and work. It's just work. That's all it is. And I feel like in the beginning we had some struggles, like any other team. And I'm glad we had them in the beginning instead of now, because, like you said, we trend in the right direction. But we just worked hard, like, just put our head down, grabbed our pickaxe, and just went to work. Like, that's all we did every day, just day after day after day, Monday through Sunday, Monday through Saturday. Didn't matter. Like, we just were determined to get better. And I kept telling the guys, like, don't lose faith. Like, just keep the same track. Just put the hard work in, and everything will be okay. Don't worry about it. As long as you work hard, everything will be okay.
I remember you on the post-game show one night, and it was one of those nights that didn't go very well back in December, and you said, hey, let's go through this right now and not go through this in February.
Yes, sir.
And so you were pretty prophetic in that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really believe that.
Yep.
We didn't start how we wanted to. We wanted a fast start. We wanted a good start, but we didn't get that. So we're going to sit around and cry? No. We're going to go to work. We're going to work hard. We're going to figure it out. That's what we're doing right now. We're figuring it out, and you guys still haven't seen our best basketball yet.
Yep. Now, let's talk about that. Yeah, that deserves a little bit. 3 games left, and you guys have the toughest schedule left in the league.
Yes, sir.
And you wouldn't want it any other way, right?
No, sir.
You go on the road to Sam Houston. They're tied for the lead.
Yes, sir.
You got Liberty,
yes,
who
sir.
I think you got a little something for.
Yes, sir, we do.
And then you go on the road to Louisiana Tech, who's tied for the lead.
Yes, sir.
So you've got those 3 teams coming up. But, Blue Raider teams, when they are successful, they don't get it the easy way.
No, sir.
So to do what you want to do, it's going to take the hard way to do it.
Yes, sir. And just like I said, Coach McDevitt going to put us through the same thing he's been putting us through the last couple of weeks, hard work. We're going to prepare well for them. We're going to give them our best shot, and we're going to come out victorious.
You took it to a different level the other night against Western Kentucky, and we were talking about it, but there was just something about you the other night from an energy level. I don't know if it was those pretty blue tights you had on with the uniform or not, but you took something to another level.
Coach McDevitt came to me, on a one-on-one scale. He was like, this team is good, but this team needs a leader. Everybody look at you to lead the team, and if you're going to take that responsibility on, you got to show night after night why they think you should be a leader. So by him telling me that hit me in my heart, I got to be the most physical guy so the team can look at me, so Luke can look at me like, okay, if JB doing that, he's going that hard, he's giving it his all, I gotta do that too to even be on the court with him. So that's why I take that mindset into the game. Just, you know what I'm saying, just being the most physical guy I can, just trying to make play after play after play. That's just my mindset.
Speaking of Lou, talk about his game the other night.
Man, I love Lou, and I said it since the first couple weeks he was here.
Yep.
I love him like that. Like he's my, like I look at him like a brother. Like we could be related. Like I love him. I love the way he plays. He plays hard. He doesn't complain. He listens.
You look good with red hair.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah. But man, I can't speak good enough about Lou, man. The hard work he put in.
I'll tell you, I came over to the rec center back in July when you all came in and you were getting ready to go to Italy, and I was watching, and I went up to Coach McDevitt. I said, dude, this guy's got some juice.
Yes, sir.
And we're now seeing it on the floor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt. I remember my first time laying eyes on him in the rec. You know, I'm like, that's a big kid. Can he move? You know what I'm saying? Then he moved a little bit. I said, okay, he can move.
He can run the floor.
I want to see, can he ball a little bit? He started balling. So, you know, and my biggest thing for him is, like, he listens. At a young age like that, I know a lot of kids come to college thinking they know everything, thinking that they got everything figured out. That's not Lou.
Yeah.
Like, Chris actually understands. He listens to the veterans on the team. He wants to learn. He wants to be good. So that's why you seeing what he does now.
Yep. He's been very respectful of you and your time here right now. So please welcome Chris Loof, the freshman from Leander, Texas. And Chris, I asked him about the emotions of Saturday night. I remember the first time when we went to Bowling Green, and give Rodney Howard his props. That dude is physical and good, and he kind of treated you like a freshman a little bit. And I think it was in your mind, that's not going to happen. And talk about your preparation, knowing that you were going to play key minutes in that game the other night.
Yeah, I just knew I had to be physical. I mean, like you said, he's a big dude, strong dude. I just knew how to come in and give him my all and hustle and play hard and just be physical and try my best, and that's what I did.
But you ended up +9 in the plus-minus. JB ended up +11. They were the top two in the plus-minus column, and you really did a lot of good things. And as a guy who plays the 5 position, you're in position to make emotional plays with block shots, that kind of thing. Do you look for those obviously, I'm probably answering my own question here, but do you look for those type of opportunities to make a play that not only is going to help your team, but also get them jacked up a little bit, get the crowd going, because what you did the other night certainly did that?
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm always hunting for a block. I mean, you got to. I mean, I'm 6'11" and I got long arms, so that's kind of my job, is to try to go erase shots. You know, if someone gets beat, you know, they're sending them to me, so I can clean it up.
Yep. What about? I asked JB about you. Tell me about your teammates and the guys who have really wrapped their arms around you and helped you grow as a true freshman this year.
I mean, definitely guys like JB. He's been super helpful, you know, just a leader, like you said. Jared, Elias, all those veteran guys, like they always help me every single day. They're giving me advice. And they've just been helping me a lot, you know, throughout everything. Even non-basketball related, they've just been really good leaders to me.
Good. This team is, again, we talked about trending in the right direction, getting ready for the conference tournament. What does this team need to do or continue to do as we move forward? And, you know, everybody's looking for the best seed possible to get into the tournament. And what is this team doing right now that makes you really think this group we've got a good shot heading down the stretch?
Well, we've been talking a lot this week, well, for a couple weeks, but mainly the start of conference. Whoever improves the most throughout conference is going to be the team that wins it all. So I think the thing we're really doing every day is improving every day, practicing hard. Rebounding, that's definitely something we need to do, defend. Shots will fall, but just play offense the right way, and that'll help us a lot too.
Yep, that is certainly happening. Tell us about your first 6-8 months now being in Murfreesboro, being on campus, and is it anything like your hometown back in Leander?
A little bit, yeah, actually. It's great though. I love it here in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
It's a great town, great fans. I got nothing bad to say about it.
What's your class schedule right now? What do you got this semester?
I got college algebra. I got
fun
communications class, so I got to do some speeches. I have a research class, which is like a writing class, and then I have a health and wellness class. So that's like, you know.
I got you. So that's all coming up. Again, 3 games remaining.
Yes, sir.
One night I called you the Red Rocket on the radio, and you came up to me on a road trip somewhere. Goes, where'd you hear that? So there's a little history. There's somebody else had called you the Red Rocket, hadn't they?
Yeah, there was a video from one of my AAU tournaments that came out on YouTube, and they called me the Red Rocket.
I think I did it because obviously the red hair and how well you ran the floor. That was okay. When I saw you at the rec center. That's what I told Nick that day. I said, hey, the Red Rocket looks pretty good out here. But hope you're okay with that.
Yes, sir. It's fine.
All right. Talk about that was your first Middle Western game in Murphy Center the other night. Have you soaked in what the rivalry is all about and that how much it means to the blue folks to beat the red folks and how much it means to the red folks to beat the blue folks?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I could tell from tip-off, like, it was electric in there. Like, the fans really came out to support us, which was great. We need that every night. And, I mean, it got loud, and it was fun. It was really fun to be a part of.
We need a big crowd for the Liberty game,
yes,
guys.
Sir.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Justin Buford and my man Chris Luke. Give them a nice round of applause. Thank them for being here tonight. And we will take a break. More with Coach McDevitt after this on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Clear.
MT Dining is eating made easy. With more than 19 dining locations, you will never run out of variety on campus. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Subway, or Starbucks, we've got the brands you love right here. Need a quick snack or Scantron? Stop by one of the 6 pods on campus and try out MT Dining's new Farm to Fork experience. Farmers Market, now open, located in the Student Union. Visit mtdining.com for more information or visit our office in the Keithley University Center, room 202.
And now for today's winning Cash 3 and Cash 4 numbers from the Tennessee Lottery. The first number is the number you just thought of. The second number is the number you would have picked. The third number is the day of your wedding anniversary. And the fourth number.
They're only lucky numbers if you decide to play them. Cash 3 and Cash 4, only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
City Auto Murfreesboro welcomes Mitsubishi to our dealership at 1015 Bridge Avenue off Old Fort Parkway. Visit our new showroom and see the new Outlander lineup with award-winning safety features and a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Named #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Plug into the Power and the Outlander. Plug-in hybrid and take your tailgating to a whole new level. Shop City Auto online or in person.
That Mars Music
and
Hall
with Mitsubishi.
Where these concerts are going to be is part of
Young is
complex.
Your playbook for more than
I
just
watched.
copiers. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security.
There was a
systems,
show on
business
PBS
phones,
the other
IT
night that was
services, and
from that.
We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you even more.
It's part of the Von Braun Civic Center. But it's all about space and
making sure you always have the winning strategy.
Yep.
Don't forget our "We Make It Right" guarantee. Your satisfaction is our slam dunk. Schedule your free consultation now at rjyoung.com/MTSU.
You buy something because you found it at a low price, and soon you realize it's no bargain because you really needed something better. It happens all the time, especially with car insurance. But the good news is you can get the right coverage at the right price. Just talk to me, State Farm Agent Bud Morris. I'll help you get the right coverage at a price that's right for you. Call me at 893-1417 today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Bud Morris, providing insurance and financial services.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mic's up.
All right, welcome back in tonight. Our show brought to you in part by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Middle Tennessee State University. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Conference USA tournament coming up. If it ended today, the Middle men would be playing as the number 5 seed against Jacksonville State on Thursday at 5:30 at Probst Arena. Also at the Von Braun Civic Center, it's a big complex if you hadn't been down there. The Mars Music Hall is a music venue within that place. Today, Conference USA announced 3 free concerts on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night at 8 o'clock there in the building. Kings Hayes, Brandon Elder, and Quantaphonics will be the bands, and it's all free. You don't even have to have tickets. Get in there. There will be beverages and refreshments, all of that. So that'll be a great part of what they're doing, and all kinds of excitement there. But nothing more exciting than 5 random questions. So it is a crowd favorite, and Coach, because you had a good week.
I nailed it last week, didn't I?
0 for 5, wasn't that what it was? But I intentionally today, I'm going easy on you. We're just going kind of basic trivia today.
Oh, man.
Because of your performance on the floor on Saturday night. You get a little easy night. So, number 1 in the random question category. Same answer. Give me the name of the galaxy that we are in or a really good candy bar. It has the same name. What would that be?
The Milky Way.
There we go. He's 1 for 1, folks. What food product never spoils?
What food
product never spoils? If you look out there, you might get an answer.
What?
What do you call your wife?
Honey.
Honey is correct. It never goes bad. They found some in the pyramids of Egypt that was still good.
You're kidding.
Yes, they did. It never spoils. The 4 original Starburst colors, the candy, were red, orange, yellow, and
pink.
Pink is correct. He is 3 for 3, ladies and gentlemen.
The Starburst, and I like to get the Fave Reds. So all the red ones.
There you go. What is the largest organ in the body? What is the largest organ in the body?
The skin.
The skin is correct. You're 4 for 4. Nice to have your athletic trainer sitting right in front of you.
Front and center.
There's no cheating going on here.
0.
In an alphabetical list of the 50 states, Alabama is number 1 alphabetically. Which state comes last?
Wyoming.
Correct. 5 for 5. So, how about that?
All right, we'll take it.
Next week we'll have to crank it up a little bit.
5
next
for
week.
10 over the last 2 weeks.
There you go. So that's good. So there it is. 5 random questions. We'll take a break. Be back to get our final segment right after this on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Hey basketball fans, this is Coach McDevitt, and I want to talk some trash. No, not about the game. I want to talk about the litter problem on our roadways. Did you know that the Tennessee Department of Transportation spends over $23 million every year just to pick up litter? There's over 100 million pieces of litter on our roadways at any given time, making our state unsightly and unsafe. Litter harms our highways, waterways, even our wildlife. So let's do something about it. Don't litter, remind others not to, and report littering when you see it. We can beat litter, but only if we're all on the same team. Join the movement today. Visit NobodyTrashesTennessee.com and go Blue Raiders.
You know, I've always wanted to go on a tour of the West Coast. No rush, just take it all in, one view at a time.
We all have things we hope to do someday. At Ascend, we offer great rates and share our profits to help make your someday soon.
Oh, and you better believe I'm renting a convertible.
Ascend Federal Credit Union. Open your account today.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Right.
Not
I think
feeling well and need to see a
65
doctor?
as far as the
Find the care you
the
need
temperature?
now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day
few
care,
less.
and walk-in
61.
urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit
you accomplished your goal.
St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State
That's right.
University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike's up.
Welcome back in for a final segment tonight with Coach Nick McDevitt and the Blue Raiders. As we were going, Cooper, hand me that bracket right there, just to kind of give folks on the men's side. If it stopped today, everybody's got at least 3 games left. Some have 4 with this week. Middle has no midweek game. FIU UTEP would play in the 8-9 game on Tuesday. As of right this moment, Sam Houston would be the number 1 seed. Louisiana Tech would be number 2. They would both play on Wednesday. Middle and Jack State would play in is that the 4-5 game? That would be at 5:30 on Thursday. Western Kentucky and Liberty would play in the other game on Thursday. That would be the 3-6 game.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously you move into the semifinals and finals. So brackets are always interesting, and you know, you hear everybody talking about who you want to try to avoid or whatever. You know, I think there are teams right now want to avoid you guys.
You hope that's where you are.
Yeah.
You know, that you're one of the teams that is playing well in late February and early March. I think obviously we are playing our best ball at this point. You want to be. You know, all the teams are good. You know, this is good to kind of see where everybody is with 3 games to go, but because our league is so bunched together, it'll change quickly. You know, it may not, but one game, or as we've said here many times, a good or a bad weekend, you can really watch yourself move up or down the standings. You know, in some leagues this time of year, the difference between 4th and 9th may be, 5 or 6 games. In our league, that is not the case.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, a team that's towards the bottom can have a really good weekend, and a team towards the middle or the upper third has a bad weekend, and that can flip-flop in a hurry.
The regular season, 3 games left. It all starts at Sam Houston. First time going there this Saturday. Obviously, they've got a really good team that has very workmanlike team. Nothing real flashy about them.
Nothing flashy, but Chris Mudge's done a terrific job. First year.
Coach Caffeine, as I like to call him.
Well, he's drinking the right caffeine because his team is good. They're playing well. We're in a tie game here with 2.5 to go. We're down 1 with 2 to go. And they scored the last 8 of the game. We ended up having to foul late, but it was a nip and tuck kind of game. We got down 10 early. We were down 13-3 to start the game, and that 10 points ended up coming back to bite us in the rear. And that was the second game of conference play for us, and now we got to go to their place. When you look at them and La Tech combined, they are 23-3 at home. And so those 2 road games will be tough, but we're playing pretty well. We'll have to go do that in those 2 games.
And interesting the way the schedule falls. You don't have a midweek game, but you've got a Saturday and then an early midweek game. So Saturday, Tuesday, back home for Liberty, and then you'll have pretty good rest before you have to go back on the road again.
Yeah, we ended up moving it back. We play Tuesday, and that'll be our final home game. We decided to do Senior Day this weekend because it was a Saturday, but we got one more home game, and that'll be with Liberty.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll see you on the radio from Huntsville, Texas on Saturday. Talk to you later. For Coach, this is Chip, and this is the Blue Raider Network from Learfield. Good night.
Clear.